A judge today ruling there is sufficient evidence to send a former UP police officer one step closer to trial. He's facing accusations that he used his position to try and curry sexual favors from women. On Friday, all charges of misconduct against former Norway police officer Chad Olson sent to circuit court. If convicted, he could spend at least 5 years in prison. And MyUP's Skylar Perkins has a closer look at those accusations. Skylar?
On Monday, the Michigan Attorney General announced former Norway police officer Chad Olson is on his way to stand trial for accusations that he used his role to gain at least one sexual favor while on duty. It's something Olson denies, calling all the claims against him rumors. But as the charges advance, here's what we know about the case against him from police reports and testimony given earlier this month. According to a detective with the Dickinson County Sheriff's Office, it all started in April 2024 when a woman getting arrested for a bar fight at Mr. Mom's, a bar in downtown Norway, made a comment about Olson to the officers on scene.
She had wished Officer Olson was working that night because if he was, she could have performed sexual favors and not been brought to jail.
The comment set off an effort that included conversations with over half a dozen local women, with investigators originally suspecting that Olson had committed criminal sexual conduct in the first degree. One striking detail is that when police told each of the women they were looking into potential misconduct by a Norway officer, many seemed to already know who they were talking about. But after all their investigating, Detective Poljan likely had less evidence than he may have expected, with Olson only getting charged with misconduct on duty. Several women had said Olson had let them go for drunk driving before, but none said they had engaged in a quid pro quo for sexual favors. What some did attest to was Olson finding their contact information from police reports and flirting with them. That said, there is one accusation of a sexual interaction between Olson and a woman in the police station where investigators seem to have caught him in a lie. See, one woman told investigators that one night when she was drinking at Mr. Mom's, she had asked if Olson had any icy hot, to which he said he did, and told her she could walk a block over to the police station and get some. But at the station, she said Olson invited her into the garage and backed her up to a police car, asking her to expose her chest, and that despite being in the station for a total of 45 minutes, said it hadn't gone much further than that. When investigators discussed the incident with Olson, he denied all of it, but told a different story in a covertly recorded phone call.
I didn't want to text you, so, it's not in writing or anything. Yeah, I know. I was there.
According to police records, Olson said he was fed up with the rumors and that the only woman he had had sex with in the department was his now ex-wife, years ago. Now, attorneys acknowledge the latest incident and are arguing whether it amounts to legal misconduct.
Whether it was initiated by her or initiated by him, the sexual contact that took place in the police department while on duty is misconduct.
He was on duty, but that does not mean that what took place was in the context of his acting under the color of office. He just simply happened to be on duty.
Olson is also accused of using his identity as a police officer to buy a firearm after he resigned in December of 2024. Looking ahead, he's set to be arraigned in circuit court on all charges later this week. For now, I'm Skylar Perkins from MyUP News.
All right, thank you, Skylar. That's another exclusive story. MyUP News was the only outlet in that courtroom for Olson's hearing. We're not stopping there. That incident certainly also raising questions about the culture of the Norway Police Department, whether department leaders knew about the rumors, and what, if anything, they did about it. Of course, when we do discover more, Skylar is on the beat, and we will keep you updated.